Okay, I literally just got done watching the OVA, the special, the extra episode for Charlotte, and I'm confused as fuck. Not at the series itself, but how I'm feeling. How I feel about the OVA. On one hand, you have an enjoyable series that can be a tearjerker at times, made by Jun Maeda, whatever his name is, the one who made Angel Beats. But you also have that disappointing ending. Endings are key for anime series in general. If it has a horrible ending, it's going to leave a bad impression on the series. You may enjoy everything up until then, but a bad ending can ruin a series for you. Sure, you might go rewatch everything, but the ending is very fucking critical because it affects your overall impression. The very beginning and the very end are always the most important parts. Sure, the meat is always the best, the middle of it, but the most important parts are what hooks you in the beginning and what ends the series and leaves the last impression on you. So that ending for Charlotte's series, I enjoyed the series. I really did. I liked the characters, I liked the plot, the art style, the everything. I pretty much liked everything about it. But that ending, it was disappointing to say the least. But I won't get too much into it because I made a whole review about the whole finale of Charlotte, episode 13. So go check that out. It's in the playlist that this will be in as well. So, yeah. But you have that disappointing ending. It wasn't what I was expecting, what I wanted, and everything. Is just like, oh my fucking god, why? But then you have this, the OVA. It's supposed to take place anywhere from episode 3 to episode 6. After the events of episode 3, but before the events of episode 6. So it's kind of like another episodic type of thing. But this turned out to be really fucking heartwarming, and it made me smile. It made me remember how much I love the characters, how much I love the series. So here's the problem. Do I praise it and forget about the ending of Charlotte, and let it stand on its own, or do I judge it based on the series as well? I'm confused. I really enjoyed watching it, don't get me wrong. It's just, I can't stop thinking about that ending, okay? Because this is still an unaired, unofficial episode, technically. So if this had been added in and made the series 14 episodes, it wouldn't have affected the ending, but it would build up the characters a little bit more. Let me get into the whole heartwarming aspect of it. We come to find out there's this young girl, Iori Sekiguchi and everything. She has the ability to broadcast people's thoughts in like a 2.5 meter radius around her. So it causes a lot of fights around her. A lot of people, their darkest thoughts and everything. Like, if a child bumps into you, which happened in this, Iori bumped into a person and gets ice cream over your dress and apologizes, some people might think, damn brat, or something like that. And that can tear apart couples because then the things you don't want to say out loud get broadcast to the other person. They can hear them. The thoughts that you want to keep private are made public. So that causes a lot of fighting in her life, from her family and friends to even people at school, and it's spread everywhere. So she forces herself into isolation just so no one else is affected. She doesn't want that. But we come to find out she got her mind-reading powers because she wanted to know what her best friend thought. Because at one point, her best friend, who she always was around, cut off, and she would not interact with her. She would only hang with her new set of friends. She cut herself away from Iori. Her name was like Honoka or whatever. Purple hair and everything. But the reason why she got her power, because we know how powers came about in the series because of the ending of Charlotte. I won't spoil it, but she kind of wanted the mind-reading ability so she could finally understand or get an explanation from her best friend, but she wouldn't give her one. And that kind of set her ability on an always-on mode until she actually gets the explanation. So, we have Tomori, which, best girl, still best girl, and you doing this comedy duo act to cheer Iori up and everything and try to understand her situation. I always loved the dynamic between Tomori and you. How they interacted, how they bickered, but they were still actually kind of close, and they gradually grew closer, and even towards the ending where you have the whole confession, and it's just like, I really do like that. It was good. So just watching them trying to cheer her up and everything, and watching you being a wimp when they go to the music park to cheer her up, how he doesn't like heights, he doesn't like scary things, he's handsome but a coward, not a scoured. What the fuck is a scoured? He's a scary coward, a scared coward. Ooh, but it's just an interesting dynamic between them. It's funny. There was a lot of comedy in this episode, and I had a couple good laughs. So they try and cheer her up, and eventually they visit the best friend's house, Honoka's house, and Tamori gets angry as fuck because Honoka overheard that Iori has an uncurable disease. She won't be able to move pretty soon. She can't walk. She won't be able to do anything else. And it's a real fucking shocker because we just saw Iori earlier on in the day. They'd been skipping school and everything, and she looked so fucking healthy. And Tamori got pissed because Honoka was like, I heard about the incurable disease, that's why I cut myself off. I can't bother to... I don't want to watch my friends wither away and everything. And Iori knocks her down and everything, and she rants at her and all that. Okay, you're gonna regret this if you don't visit her now, if you don't spend time with her now. Tamori was angry because of the new friend she made, Iori. It was unjustifiable what Honoka's acts were. It was cruel. It was mean. Even if she didn't realize it. And then she still had the guts to call her her best friend. If she willingly tossed her aside just because she was sick and had an incurable disease, she didn't want herself to suffer while watching someone else to suffer. So, and then towards the end and everything, where they dedicate themselves. Tamori and you, they talk about dedication a little bit and everything, and how eventually you dedicate yourself to someone in your life. And they're dedicating themselves to Iori and Honoka, their new friends and everything, after school. And they buy flowers and they bring it to Iori and everything. And it's just a very heartwarming episode because it goes... the build-up and the characters and just the overall meaning and theme. It's just like dedication and helping each other out. Even though it was another like episodic Power of the Week kind of episode, it would have been if it was in the actual series, but it's an OVA, so... It just made me feel warm and fuzzy inside, okay? I had a lot of laughs. So if you haven't seen the OVA, go check it out, okay? There'll be a link down in the description along with my Twitter and Facebook. Check them all out. Let me know your thoughts. Are you at a crossroads in conflict and confusion about your emotions and how you feel as I am? What do we do? It's confusing. All I know is I still love the characters. That opening is still fucking amazing. This also reminded me I do need to check out Angel Beats. So that'll probably be on my scope in the near future. I have some plans with my backlog anime. I will be starting, if you follow my Twitter, I've announced a couple things and everything, but I will be getting to an anime I've had in my backlog for months that I've been wanting to get to for a very long time. So stay tuned. Be sure to check out the links. Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts. Be sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I know I've said comment multiple times. Comment! I love listening to you guys, okay? What'd you think? It was good. I'll admit. So yeah, this is Irix Nation here, signing off. Have a good one. Make sure to watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. Bye-bye, guys!